So I had a video focusing on the Pride weekend, Nene Leaks doing an interview, shading Cynthia Billy and all of that. But I'm still going to report that. But since that's like old news a few days ago, let me focus on something that happened today. But before I continue, let's get into this intro. What's up, my Fina Left? It's Miss Fina D coming to you all from Vina Entertainment News. And then at the end of the video, if you choose to watch the old news, you can, because I'm sure you've already read about it, seen it somewhere. But as my supporters, I already know that you guys will still come and watch a story, even if I'm a week late, because guess what? The way that I report it is just different, and I appreciate all of you for that. So, Nene climbed in bed a little bit earlier than usual. I wanted to pray and center myself. I feel like there's a lot going on around me. You want people around you who will bring out the best in you. Those that believe in you and will go the extra mile for you. Remember the old saying, it only takes one rotten apple to spoil the whole bunch. And those are the people you can't let into your core circle. Pay attention to those who don't clap when you win. Someone in my circle once told me everyone connected to you might not be committed to you. Turns out it was them. The door is closed. I see you. Gotta be more careful. Rotten apple. Of course, Tamar Braxton, rock with Nene Leaks. Tell the synth, sis. No one takes the time. This person was nice. No one takes the time to sympathize with individual struggles. Nene Leaks, Nene, I honestly think you are extremely strong woman, and only for that I really truly wish you all the best in your life. Stay strong and keep moving. Nothing can take you down as long as you keep your head high. She responded, thank you. There we go. Are you never not complaining that someone is doing something wrong to you? My point. When would it ever be about somebody else? You being a friend, you being a great person. I'm not saying Nene is not a friend or a great person, but every time it's always other people. When you're constantly getting in conflicts with other people, and for some odd reason you don't ever see your wrongdoings, it will continue to happen because you feel like you're never wrong, and friendships don't work that way. She responded, stop watching TV. We all know who you are talking about. My God, give it a rest already. You are not God. Hallelujah. Somebody preach. Okay, let me stop. Live your life because this woman is living hers. Nene responded, you're so confused. Put that apostrophe R-E, baby girl. What if the rotten apple is you? I'm over here wavy. I don't want to sound like I'm making a mockery of God, so that's why I didn't say it out loud. But when I tell you, I was like, hallelujah, preach in this place. What if the rotten apple is you? Ooh. Person responded, so true, because at the end of the day, she is what she attracts. Birds of a feather flock together. Nene responded, praying for change, it will come. I agree, but you don't have to make a lot of money for success or happiness. I said my life, not yours. Editor's note, rotten apples or rotten peaches. Money is not everything and does not bring happiness. Okay, it looks like Nene talked about money, because when I came back, The post was edited, so I didn't get to see the original caption. Talked about money, and people are saying money doesn't bring happiness. If one is always surrounded with negativity, it may not always be people around them. Self-check Sundays are vital. y'all preaching in these comments today. Check your heart, because God also sees the heart. All that money you think should have better quality wigs. Let that cartoon character blonde go. You are late. Nah, Nene is using a filter right here. She's always, hey, listen, airbrush your pictures, Photoshop it, do your thing. I'm not one to come for anybody. Whatever make you feel comfortable to post your pictures, do you. But it's the filters and the editing that makes her pictures look a little cartoonish. Nene, have you considered seeing a therapist? I think it will help you see yourself in a more realistic way and help you cope with the world and people around you. Yeah, it was the show, so I can't say personally off camera if she's really seeing a therapist, but it didn't go too well on the show. You know, when you think that you know it all, there's no way you're going to sit there and let somebody else tell you what to do for your life and yourself. Exactly. To have a friend, be a friend. That's all. So Nene was at the Pride Festival. After, all of the mess she's talked about Cynthia Bailey, they have a job to do. That's one thing about these ladies. Listen, I'm not going to allow you to mess with my coins, okay? If they say show up somewhere and you're there, I'm coming. So, Cynthia was there. Allegedly, Nene was on one side of the float and Cynthia was on the other side of the float, and it seems like everything went well. Everybody had a great time. Portia Williams was supposed to be there, but something ended up happening where she did not end up being there. It's a lot of drama behind the scenes, but at the end of the day, just in a nutshell, Cynthia Bailey was there, Eva was there, Nene was there, and everybody was able to do their job.
Shade! Nene's giving shade! Happy Pride, Christopher's Treats!
And move on, but like I said, we shall see. This wouldn't be the first time where Nene have gone in on everybody on the show at one point, have nasty things to say about them, and next thing you know, they are kiki. So Nene Leaks did an interview, and in this interview, I can't put it in here because you already know the drill, copyrights reasons. So I just have screenshots, from the interview on the screen. So we're going to focus on, the part about the show. During this interview, she talked about Cynthia Bailey a lot, and she said how Cynthia Bailey is desperate. Cynthia Bailey is weak. No surprise there. No shocker there. And how Cynthia Bailey is so desperate that she's doing any and everything to stay on the show. And it's like, Nene, you and your husband Greg went through an entire divorce just so you guys can get a spin-off and make money and remarry him on TV. I did not for a second believe that you and Greg were ever not going to be together, and that John guy was going to be a new love interest. The acting was so bad. When are these cameras going to go off for me to get out of here? And she's talking about desperate to be on the show and doing any and everything to stay on the show. Let's not even talk about the embarrassment that she basically displayed, during everything her husband went through. Yes, Greg was sick. We are all happy that Greg is doing much better and he had cancer. But talking about being desperate and doing certain things just to stay on the show. Like, I don't care how important and almighty and big you might think you are. If you're not bringing it, if you're not bringing nothing to the table, those people don't care. They will let you go. Okay? People were sending me messages making a big deal because Nene posted her contract, her signed contract. Since when was that a big event or a shocker? No one said Nene got fired. We said she got suspended. But I said it over and over again because they want to make her feel like she's important over there, even though you saw how they treated her last season. They're going to edit the episodes in a way where you're not even going to know. Where Nene had some not so pleasant things to say about Cynthia Bailey. She also said something that just had me shaking my head. For season 11, Nene Leaks' entire, campaign promotion for the show was sisterhood. She was going around screaming sisterhood and saying how Kenya Moore, the dark cloud, was no longer on the show, and because she's no longer on the show, they're having a great time. They're throwing fun shade, but it's nothing disgusting, malicious. And that was surprising to me because one of the most disgusting situations that's ever happened on the Real Housewives of Atlanta had absolutely nothing to do with Kenya Moore. It had everything to do with Phaedra Parks, Portia Williams, and the Candy situation. Kenya Moore have never dragged anybody, put her hands on anybody, be physical with anybody. Yes, you throw her shade, she's going to come right back and give it right back to you. Which fair is fair. You go on a reunion, you talk reckless, she's going to return the favor and talk reckless. That's what they do. So I'm not saying Kenya Moore is perfect, but she's never allowed her anger to get her to the point where she put her hands on anybody. She's not choking producers, choking them against the wall, breaking their teeth, and sending them to the hospital, all pulling their shirts. You know what I'm saying? She's not allegedly choking anybody. So for Nene to go on, this whole thing about sisterhood, I'm like, where was the sisterhood when she said this is what the show needs? We need to show women that we can all coexist without being nasty to each other, right? But in this interview, she says, if Bravo let me go, that would be the dumbest decision that they have ever made in their life, because one thing about reality TV, drama is needed. The drama is needed in order for the show to do well. Okay, I'm the one who's everybody is having issues with, so they need me for the drama because they are all friends right now. So if I leave, they will all have to turn on each other. Where was this conversation when she was going on her sisterhood campaign for the show, that the show does not need drama or nasty behavior to last? And that's what I'm saying. They just say anything to come for that woman, but then turn right around and contradict themselves. There's more news and mess out there about Nene, but I will end this video here. And I'll come back with other stories and current news. So I'm wishing all of the girls the best, and I'm looking forward to season 12. It's going to go ahead and end it here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless you.